Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy WWE. Welcome to an episode of Let's Talk 11. I've heard some crazy things about Hulk Hogan re-signing with WWE. So he's been reinstated. But before we get into all that, if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, comment, and follow me on Instagram once again. And do not forget to click on that notification as well as I get through these topics and talk about, this as I roll on. So it seems like we have the biggest elephant in the room, and that is Hulk Hogan. Ever since he got fired from the company, I feel like this company has become more hypocrite politicians forcing it down our throats and allow certain people to do whatever they do. But whenever they do it, it's okay. But when everybody else does it, they get in trouble, they get fined, they get suspended, they get fired, they get released. Like, how hypocritical can you get from the WWE? I mean, this is not the first time this happened. With the Titus O'Neil situation 2 years ago. In my old channel, I ranted about that. And yes, I did swear in that video, but it was what he said on Twitter, not me. But I did went a little too far, but I was just angry at the fact that this company is kind of famous for racism when it comes to a lot of blacks in the WWE. I don't want to play any race cards whatsoever, but the fact that Hulk Hogan has been re-signed with the company is like a breath of fresh air. Now I feel like they can just somehow put the past behind them and move on. But for what I'm saying, but from my standing point of view, I don't think it's gonna go away because knowing how Vince McMahon is, I think he's slick. What up, Brandon? How you doing? Talking about Hulk Hogan being re-signed with the WWE, and I think it's actually a great thing. I just found this out a few minutes ago by a YouTuber who was talking about it. I didn't even know that Hulk Hogan was being rehired by the company again. But I can tell you a few histories with Hulk Hogan in the WWE. The fact that he, I don't know if y'all remember, like 21 years ago when Hogan sued Vince McMahon for steroid use, and all charges were dropped due to, the steroid scandal. And we all know that the WWE is basically famous for hiding, private situations when it comes to steroid use. Like, we ain't stupid. You cannot fool the fans. Like, we know something is up behind closed doors. Thanks to the internet, we know what's going on. And that's why we make a lot of YouTubes about it. Good, sorry I haven't watched your videos live stream yesterday because I was busy. I was too, man. Like I said, man, I haven't done any reaction videos in a long time. I've been so busy, doing these episodes of Let's Talk. Focus on growing my hair, doing family stuff. Life is busy nowadays, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay busy somehow. But getting back to what I was saying about Hulk Hogan and the steroid use. So we all know that Vince McMahon is not, well, he's kind of stupid because we all know he's been accused of numerous of things. Sexual harassment, kissing other females and stuff, steroid use, being racist towards black people, saying the N-word one time back in 2006 when John Cena was like, thugonomics at the time. And I don't know if y'all remember that moment, but I encourage y'all to watch the clip and see what I'm talking about, because Vince McMahon is definitely a racist, because I don't see what everybody sees in Vince McMahon, especially his fans. When you see something bad about him, they'll attack you. When you criticize his product, he'll cover his ears and just pretend like we never said anything and expect us to be positive about everything. But first of all, this is a freedom of speech when it comes to America. But when it comes to Vince McMahon and his BS, I think he doesn't like when we criticize his product. But in my opinion, I really think that Hulk Hogan should sue the company for firing him for no reason. But in my opinion, that they have a reason for firing him due to him saying a racial slur. He is famous for that. And I heard one time that he had a restaurant. He is though. I mean, Hogan is a racist scumbag, but that, you know what I'm saying? But that don't give them the right to, you know, them to fire him. You could have at least just suspended him instead of firing him. There's other ways of dealing with the situation rather than firing people, because firing is not going to help anything, especially when it comes to wrestlers like Hulk Hogan and everybody else. But in my opinion, though, I feel like, you know, he made a mistake. You know, he's learned this lesson. Yes, he is a racist, but at the end of the day, you know, ain't nobody perfect. We're all humans. You know, we gotta own our responsibilities, take ownership in our BS in our situation, instead of just like running away from it. So I think Hulk Hogan is one of the icons in the early 80s and 90s. When he went to WCW in 96, he turned heel and went Hollywood. He got over like crazy. Then when he came back into the WWE, he got over, and the fans went bonkers when he returned. Even when he came back in 2005 or 6, it was one of those years when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So then he went on to do TNA. He had a horrible run over there. You know, being a person that runs things, turning the companies upside down, which you knew that at some point that they was gonna turn heel and make everybody hate them, but they did a good job on their heel run. But to me, I just didn't like their run, so that's just me. And then on top of that, he returned to the WWE years later to host WrestleMania 30. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm glad Hogan has been reinstated with the WWE, but as far as racism is concerned, yeah, he is a scumbag. But to tell you the truth, he kind of owned up to it. So whatever it is that they want to do with him, you know, just let them be. Let them do what they want to do with him, you know, as long as they do it right. I would say make him general manager of Monday Night Raw. I think that would be a good idea. Note to self, I heard that Paul Heyman is running for WWE next year. The interview I see with him and JBL on trying to get people to understand why Raw is 3 hours and why fans wanted to go back to 2 hours long. Him and JBL defended this PG 3 hours crap like it was nothing. My concern for Paul Heyman is reigning backstage next year's Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or whichever event come up, is that it's going to have the same treatment that is continuously getting now. So the only thing I can say to Hulk Hogan is welcome back, be careful, and if they decided to mistreat you, quit. Ask for a release. You know, that's probably the only way. So the only thing you can do is just start over from scratch. And when you do that, you'll be able to be, you know, straight from now. But yeah, I'm glad Hogan has been reinstated with the WWE. So maybe they'll be able to, figure things out. Probably for the Hall of Fame, maybe, but I would say I would definitely have him as the general manager of Raw, since Raw will be going back to 2 hours next year. So it's been what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 6 years since WWE went 3 hours, and I think it's time for a change. But I'll forgive him though when he apologized to fans for saying the N word. All I can say is hope he do better. Me too. Me too. I mean, look, like I've said in the past, forgiveness is the most important thing in life. You don't want to hold a grudge against somebody over some BS, you know. But when it comes to Hogan, yeah, I would give him, you know. I mean, everybody deserves a second chance. There's no need for, you know, to, you know, just basically, I mean, there's basically no reason for you to hold a grudge against somebody for what happened in the past. The only thing you can do is just forgive them, forgive those, especially celebrities that apologize to the fans, whatever, and then forgive them. Move on. And guess what? You're back to where you were before. Just being happy. And that's the most important thing. Especially for Hulk Hogan. Now, like I said, I'm hoping and praying that Hulk Hogan does better this year. If not, then this company has a rude awakening when it comes to, you know, them playing backstage politics towards the fans and everybody that really hates the company right now when it comes to BT. Yep, the Bible says we have to forgive others each who have done wrong. Facts. I would say the exact same thing all the time. And yet people somehow forget what the Bible says. So, and I will talk about that. I will talk about that in, you know, the next video. In the next episode of Let's Talk. To be honest, I haven't really done any reaction videos lately though, but yesterday I was doing the reaction video, but I got held back. You know, I was going to go to, you know, my cousin's house, and you know, I haven't had a chance to do a full reaction video of it though, but maybe later on today I'll figure out something. So in closing of this video, Hulk Hogan, he is better than John Cena. Truth be told. If y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, comment, and follow me on Instagram as well. I'm your host, Devin Hughes 2. Peace.